WhyGuru Ji Ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you, Sangat Ji, everyone, for coming for today's talk. If we just start with Mool Mantar, and then we'll go through today's session. Please join in. Ik oankar satnam karta purkh nirbhau nirvair akal moorat Gur prasad jap आद सच है भी सच नानक होसी आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच हम अवगुण भरे एक गुण नाही अमृत छाड़ बिखै बिख खाई माया मोह परम पै भूले सुतदारा स्यो प्रीत लगाई एक उत्तम पंथ सुनियो गुर संगत तेह मिलंत जम त्रास मिटाई एक अरदास पाठ की रत की गुर रामदास राखो सरनाई एक अरदास पाठ की रत की गुर रामदास राखो सरनाई वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. So thank you everyone for attending today's session. We'll be discussing today, we'll be going through today the travelling light of Sikh Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj that went into Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj that we covered in the last session. And today we'll be going through that same light of Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj. And just a quick experience that I wanted to share with you before we start on the history of Guru Sahib Ji and relating that to Ardaas. When we were deciding in regards to the course, who will be doing which week. So in the group, we had Bhai Manpreet Singh, deciding who will be doing which week and what turn will be when. And I was given the session for Sikh Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, so the last session that Bhai Amandeep Singh covered. And I thought, okay, that's fine, I'll do it. But in my mind, I really wanted to do Sikh Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, because the story that I'll be sharing with you is something that I really connected to. So I didn't say anything. I didn't do a formal Ardaas. It was just a thought in my mind that actually I'll do this session on Sikh Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, but I would love to do the session on Sikh Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj. And then for whatever reason, which was Guru Sahib Ji, the sessions got swapped, and Bhai Amandeep Singh, he wasn't able to do this week's session, so it swapped over. And it really showed me the power of an informal Ardaas. Really showed me the power in sometimes even just a thought that we might have. And in the last session, I think the question came up about, does WhyGuru Ji know our Ardaas before we've even done it? Before we've even done the Ardaas, does WhyGuru Ji know? And the simple answer to that was yes, that they do know. But I just wanted to share this experience with you that I just had a thought, just an idea that actually I'd like to cover this week, and Guru Sahib Ji heard that thought, and then they made it happen. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. So in Ardaas, Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, I mentioned Te Amardas, and in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, it comes, Palle Amardas Gun Tere, Teri Upama Tohe Banave. The part, this is their Bani, and it comes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. They speak of Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, and they start by saying, Palle Amardas. They talk about the kul, they talk about the family that Guru Ardaas Ji come from. The Palle, so their surname. Then they go on to say, Palle Amardas Gun Tere Teri Upma Tohe Banave. They say, Oh Sri Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, that your praise and your virtues, Gun and Upma, they cannot be compared to anyone else. They belong to you only. The gun that you have, the virtues that you have, they belong to you only, showing us that how special Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj are. So if we start the early years of Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, their birthplace, where they were born, was the town known as Basarke. And Guru Maharaj, they were born there, they were raised there, and they spent the majority of their life in this town of Basarke. And if we have a look, this is the town of Basarke. So they were born in May of 1479. So they were born actually 10 years after the coming of Sikh Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj onto this world. And they were then given the Gurta Gaddi, they were given the Guruship by the second Guru, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. And at this point, Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj were the age of about 73. They held the Guruship for about 22 years, up until 1574. And then from then on, they merged back with the Kalpur WhyGuru. And then the fourth Nanak, Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, they became the Guru. This is just a zoomed out map of Basarke, and it just to show relative to Amritsar. So Basarke was very, very close to the city, the place that we know now as Amritsar Sahib. So if we have a quick look at Guru Sahib Ji's family tree. Guru Sahib Ji's father's name was Baba Tejpan Ji and Mata Pakat Kaur Ji. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they were one of 4 children. They had 3 brothers and they were the eldest. Baba Ishar Das Ji, Baba Khem Rai Ji, Baba Manik Chand Ji, and they married Mata Mansa Devi Ji. They then went on to have 4 children, Bibi Pani Ji, Bibi Dani Ji, Baba Mohan Ji, Baba Mohri Ji. And their daughter, Bibi Pani Ji, went on to marry the 4th Guru, Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj. From there, Bibi Pani Ji and Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj had 3 children, one of which was our 5th Guru, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj, married to Mata Ganga Ji, as well as their 2 other sons, Baba Prithi Chand Ji and Baba Mahadev Ji. So this just shows us how special Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj were. They weren't only the father-in-law of the 4th Guru, Sri Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj, but they were also the Nana Ji of our 5th Guru, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj. Some other relationships or relatives that are quite important. So Baba Ishar Das Ji, they were the brother of Sri Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, and their son was WhyGuru Das Ji. So WhyGuru Das Ji were mentioned in the Gatha today. A very blessed Gursikh have wrote a scripture known as WhyGuru Das Ji Ki Avara, also scribed Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And then Baba Manik Chand Ji, their son was Bhai Jassu Ji. And Bhai Jassu Ji were married to Bibi Amro Ji. And Bibi Amro Ji were the daughter of Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, the 2nd Guru. And we'll speak more of Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj and Bibi Pani Ji later on. So if we have a quick look at Guru Sahib Ji's achievements, quickly run through what Guru Sahib Ji were able to achieve and the different things they implemented whilst being the Guru. So the first was the Manji system. Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj established this Manji system where there were 22 Manjiyan. So this essentially was where Sikhs were sent across India, not just Punjab, because at this time they had Khadur Sahib. They'd go on to establish Goindwal Sahib. But Guru Sahib Ji, they sent Sikh Parcharaks, they sent Gursikhs across the whole of India to do Parchar, to increase the size of the Sikh congregation and to spread the message of Sikhi. So what these Sikhs would do, they would go to these places and they would set up a dharamsala. And a dharamsala is a place where Sad Sangat would get together, divans would be held, and Parchar would happen, and a dharamsala is different to a Gurdwara Sahib because at a Gurdwara Sahib, Guru Sahib Ji reside, whereas a dharamsala, Guru Sahib Ji aren't there. Now within the Manji system, something really quite amazing is that even Bibiyan did Parchar. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they even sent their own daughters to go out and do Parchar. And Of those Sikhs that went out, a third of them were Bibiyan that went out across India and did this Parchar. And this is just one example of how Sri Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj were a huge advocate for equality, especially the equality for Bibiyan. So there were many social changes that Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj put in place. They further abolished the caste system, which was started by the Guru Sahibs beforehand, and they made other social changes for the betterment of women and the betterment of women's rights. The first being sati. So Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they strongly preached against this practice of sati. So sati is the Hindu tradition where the wife would be forced to burn on her husband's funeral pyre. It would be the idea of that if the husband has passed away from an illness, from anything, who is going to provide for the wife, right? The wife is nothing without the husband. So instead of allowing her to remarry or live the rest of her life, she would be forced to jump onto the funeral pyre. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they advocated against this, and they were a huge advocate of remarrying of widows. Guru Sahib Ji disapproved of this idea that a widow should remain unmarried for the rest of her life. They spoke against sati and said that these women, these widows, they shouldn't have to jump on the funeral pyre, but instead should be allowed to continue their life and get remarried. Another practice that Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj preached against, they preached for the liberation of women from this idea, this practice of wearing a veil, or also known as parda. So it was a system of a dress use which was very prevalent in India and other surrounding countries, where women would have to cover their face with kapra, their chunni, so that their beauty was hidden. And they would definitely have to do this if there was a likelihood of meeting a man somewhere or going to an event and there were going to be men at this event. So Guru Sahib Ji, they were completely against this idea of wearing this veil, of wearing this parda, because the veil was promoted so that the beauty of a woman could be hidden so that men aren't tempted. But Guru Sahib Ji were against this, because why should a woman have to cover her face, but instead men should be able to control themselves? And one example we can take of this is when the Raja of Hardwar came to see Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. He was told that he first has to partake in langar, then only then would the Guru speak to him. And he obliged, he ate in the Sangat, in Pangat, and then he went and had an audience with the Guru and spoke to the Guru. But the Raja of Hardwar had brought along his queen with him, his wife with him, and she had arrived with him wearing this veil, wearing this parda, so covering her face. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they refused to meet her. They said that unless she removes the veil, they would not speak or meet with the queen of the king that came from Hardwar. So Guru Sahib Ji also solidified langar. This was started by Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and they put the idea in place of Pehla Pangat Pache Sangat. That first we should come and sit and eat together, and then only then could you go and see the Guru and do Sangat and pray. And Guru Sahib Ji did this, the main reason was for equality. So anyone of any caste, any social status, anywhere in the hierarchy would have to sit in the same area, in the same room, on the floor, in lines, and they would eat the same type of food, right? So Guru Sahib Ji did this for equality, that everyone should be eating together. Because many times people would come and see Guru Sahib Ji, and they'd want to have a conversation with Guru Sahib Ji, speak to Guru Sahib Ji, but then they wouldn't want to sit and eat with everyone else. So Guru Sahib Ji put this in place, and everyone had to abide by it. For example, as we mentioned, the Raja of Hardwar, and also Emperor Akbar, when he came to see Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, he was told the same, that first he must sit in Pangat, he must have langar with everyone else, and only then would the Guru speak to him, and he also obliged. So, Goindwal Sahib, we mentioned this very briefly. Guru Sahib Ji established the city of Goindwal, and this was on the banks of the river Beas. And further fueling this idea of the respect for women, the equality that Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj wanted to have for women, and the respect that they had for their own daughters, Emperor Akbar actually donated a lot of land to Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. This was because Emperor Akbar had a good relationship with Guru Sahib Ji, but also they were fighting a battle. Now this battle, it had been going on for a while, and it was a battle that Emperor Akbar did not want to be fighting. To the point where he sent his ministers to go and see Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj and ask Guru Sahib Ji that, what can I do to end this battle? What can I do to win in this battle? And what Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj said to those ministers was that Emperor Akbar will win the battle, but only once the seva of Sri Goindwal Sahib, the city of Goindwal Sahib, is established. Only once that city has been built, only once the last brick has been laid, will that battle end. And it took 10 years for Goindwal Sahib, that city, to be established. And after those 10 years, Emperor Akbar, he won that battle. And in Kushi, in celebration of that, Emperor Akbar donated this land to Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. And Guru Sahib Ji, they didn't keep the land, but instead, they gifted that land to their daughter. They put that land in their daughter's name, Bibi Pani Ji, and they gifted it to her. And in today's day and age, if we talk about land and we talk about Jameen and all the pange that come with it, right? It has to go to the sons, it goes to the sons, and people swear by that. But if we take this teaching from Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they had two sons, Baba Mohni Ji, Baba Mohri Ji. They didn't give this land that they were gifted to them, they gave it to Bibi Pani Ji. And they gave it to Bibi Pani Ji because of the seva that she had done for her father, and also the commitment that she'd shown to her father, Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. So this just shows you where Goindwal Sahib is. So it's right next to the river, and it also shows you relative to where Khadur Sahib is. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they resided within Goindwal Sahib at Sri Chubara Sahib. And this one such time, a Sikh Bibi, a Mata, came to see Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, and she's crying and crying and crying and wailing. And by Baluji, the Sevadar of Sri Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj were told to ask the Mata that why is she crying. And the Mata explained that I have lost my child. I've lost my child at such a young age because of a disease. And she did beinti, she did this request, she made this request to Guru Sahib Ji that please bring my son back. And Guru Sahib Ji, they accepted this request and they brought the son, that child, back to life. And following this, many people would come to Guru Sahib Ji. Many people would ask for the same thing. They would say, so-and-so's passed away, please can you help us? Please can you bring them back to life? But instead, Guru Sahib Ji, they made Goindwal Sahib such a place, Goindwal Govindpuri Sam. They made it the city of the Guru, right? They made it the city of God. And they made it such a place that the messengers of God, the Jamdut, wouldn't come anywhere near Sri Goindwal Sahib. So Guru Sahib Ji, for 22 years, when they were the Guru, and they sat and they were the Guru in Goindwal Sahib, no one passed away, no one died, no person, no jeev, no animal, no ant, no part of creation ever lost their life for those 22 years, because Guru Sahib Ji had made it such a place. Now this Gurdwara Sahib, Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj constructed, known as Boli Sahib, within Goindwal Sahib. And it has some of us may have heard, the 84 steps that lead down to a well. And Guru Sahib Ji made this the Sikh pilgrimage center for the first time for Sikhs. So Sikhs would come here and they would do pilgrimage. They would bathe in the waters, they would read Gurbani. They wouldn't have to go to Ganga, for example, such as Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj used to. This was that center, the Sikh pilgrimage center, where Sikhs could come to. And if you go through this is what it looks like. So there's 84 steps going all the way down, and then there's a well, the Boli Sahib is right at the bottom. And Guru Sahib Ji have said that what they've stated is that if you sit on each step, so you sit on the first step, you read, well, before you do Ishnan, then you sit on the first step, you read Sri Japji Sahib da Path, then you go down and you to the well and you do Ishnan, including your case. Then you go to the second step, you read Sri Japji Sahib da Path, then you go back down into the Boli Sahib, you do Ishnan again, including your case, and you do that for each one of these steps. You do it for the 84 steps. And Guru Sahib Ji have said, through this you'll be able to obtain Jivan Mukti, so complete liberation. Now linking Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj to Ardaas. I think that Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj are the epitome of Ardaas. Their life only truly started after they did an Ardaas, the Ardaas that we're going to speak of now. So Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they'd come to a point in their life where they thought that, is this it? Is this all there is? Is this life? And they were quite successful. Their father, Baba Tejpanji, they had split the work between the four brothers. So one of the brothers would be doing kheti, one of the brothers would be looking after the animals. And Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, at this point, they were known as Baba Amardas Ji, and they were doing trading. They were given the responsibility of trading and looking after the family grocery store. So Guru Sahib Ji, they were running the store, and they're thinking to themselves that there's nothing that lacks in my life. There's no necessity missing from my life. I have enough food, I have a loving family, I have a loving wife, even my 4 children, they're not causing me any problems. But is this it? Is this all it is? And at this point, Guru Sahib Ji, they were reaching the age of about 50. So this is Guru Sahib Ji's Bani. We read this every morning in Sri Anand Sahib. And this something is nagging Guru Sahib Ji, something is nagging Baba Amardas Ji at this point. And they're feeling this, right? This is their Bani, but they're feeling eho kutam tujhe dekhda challe nahi tere nale da. Eho kutam, that this family, je tu dekhda, the one that I can see right in front of me, challe nahi tere nale da, it's not going to go with me. Right? So they were thinking, they were deliberating with themselves that this family I see, everything around me, none of it's permanent. I need something permanent. I want to enshrine, I want to embrace something that's permanent, that I can take with me into the next life. So Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they decide to give the responsibility of looking after the shop, the family grocery store, to their children. So their sons are given this responsibility, and what Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj do, they start visiting Hardwar. They start visiting Ganga, and they would go there twice a year. They would go and bathe in the waters. One time they would go, it would be in the month of Jait, so about March, and they would return in Vasak. So they would go for a month at a time, and that would happen twice a year. And Guru Sahib Ji, when they were there, they would not only bathe at the waters, but they would serve the saints there. They would put up a langar stall, and they would serve the saints. They would give langar to the saints. And now this one time, as Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj are returning from Hardwar, after returning from bathing at Ganga, they meet a Pandit, and the Pandit is called Pandit Durga. And on this day, as they're walking past, Pandit Durga stops Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj and say to them, why don't you come in? Why don't you stay the night with me? Give me the opportunity to serve you. Because Pandit Durga had seen Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj walk past so many times, go to Ganga, wash at Ganga, and he'd seen that Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj were doing this for so many years. He thought to himself that he really must be a great person. So Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they agree and they go in and they stay the night with Pandit Durga. Now Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, they are resting under a tree, beneath a tree. And Pandit Durga looks towards Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj, and something really catches his eye, right? His vision is drawn to the charan, to the feet of Guru Amardas Ji Maharaj. And what he's taken back by is the way the sun rays are hitting the charan of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. And he thinks to himself, wow, this is so beautiful. This was something that he'd never seen before. And upon Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj waking up, Pandit Durga says to Guru Sahib Ji that one day you will become a king. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they laugh. And they say, are you having a laugh? Right, I'm nearly 60 years old. How on earth am I going to become a king? And Pandit Durga says, no, I've learned about this, I've read about this. I've not seen anything like you before, right? That you are something really special. Mark my words, you will either become a king, you will either become a Raja, or Raje, kings, will be falling at your feet. And he said, mark my words, I don't know which one it is, it's either of the two, but this will happen. And this is exactly what we've seen, right? We spoke about Raja Hardwar, the Raja of Hardwar, Emperor Akbar, coming to see Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, falling at the feet of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, donating land as a gift to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. So Pandit Durga, they say to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj that please can you do one thing for me? And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj think, oh, this guy, he probably wants money because I've stayed the night with him. But Pandit Durga says that when you become that king, or when the time comes and kings are falling in your feet, then please remember me. Please remember Pandit Durga when you get to that place. So Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they leave from Pandit Durga's house and they are now returning back to Basarke. They're returning back home after doing their month of pilgrimage. And on the way, they meet someone else. They meet a Brahmachari sadhu, a celibate monk. And this celibate monk sees Guru Sahib Ji and they think, they ask Guru Sahib Ji, where are you going? And Guru Sahib Ji explained that I'm going back home. I'm going back to Basarke. And this sadhu says that, please can I come with you? Please take me with you. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj think, okay, sure. This gives me the opportunity to serve this saint. So he says, fine, you can come home with me. And on the way home, the sadhu asked Guru Sahib Ji many questions. They asked about Guru Sahib Ji's family, asked about Guru Sahib Ji doing pilgrimage twice a year. And when they got to the house, when they got back to Basarke, when they reached home, Guru Sahib Ji prepared Parchar and they served this saint. And this saint, this sadhu, when he saw Guru Amar Das Ji's nature, their giving nature, they were really fascinated. And they turned to Guru Amar Das Ji and they say that your Guru must be amazing. Who have you taken mantra from? Right? Who is your Guru? What has he taught you? You know, I want to meet your Guru. And at this point, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they bow their head down, they lower their head and they say to the sadhu that I have not yet embraced a Guru. Although I've tried and despite my efforts, I have not yet embraced a true Guru, the Satguru. And the sadhu, right, he loses it, right? He starts shouting, the food in front of him, he throws it out of the way. And he's shouting, saying that he's been robbed, he's been wronged, he's been stolen from. And he's saying, and he's calling Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj a Nigura. So a Nigura is a person that has never embraced a Guru, right? So he's called Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj a Nigura. He says that at your big age of 60, you haven't found a Guru, right? He's shouting at Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. And he says that all the kamai that he'd done, all the spirituality, all the good deeds that sadhu had done, he'd lost because he'd done sangat of a Nigura. And he said to Guru Amar Das Ji that all this time that you've been fasting, you've been going on pilgrimage to Ganga, right? All these different things, the good deeds that you've been doing, they've all been lost as well because you have not yet embraced a Guru. And he's shouting, Nigura ka sang, that I've done sangat of a Nigura. And then he just leaves. Before Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj are able to speak, before Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj are able to explain, this sadhu leaves from his house. Now, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj are left sitting there, and their heart is in so much pain. They are hurt so much by the words of this sadhu. They were called a nigura, they were called all these different things. But we need to remember that it was these harsh words, these words that the sadhu said, that changed Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj's life. That changed Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj's life so much that they went on to become our third Sikh Guru. And in today's day and age, often if someone says something to us, even if it's for our better good, we will find it hard to accept. Yeah? We'll find it hard to tolerate. If someone comes into your home, you've just fed them, and they've started shouting at you, they've thrown the food on the floor, they're calling you names, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have acted in the humility that Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj did. I know I wouldn't. I'd not talking to me like that. That's what I would say. So we should learn from Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj that they accepted, they didn't fight back, they didn't tell them to get out of their house. They didn't say that, what if I haven't got a guru? What are you going to do about it? I've done pilgrimage, right? I've been going to Ganga, I've been bathing there for so many years. They didn't say anything. They accepted, and instead they began looking at themselves. They began judging themselves, and this is how they changed their life. And this, Sangaji, is also how we can change our life. So when someone strikes us with the truth, to not fight it, to accept it, to tolerate it, to take it as a teaching, to apply it, and then let it change our life. The same way these harsh words that the sadhu said to Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj changed their life. We should take it on the chin, just as Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj did. So Guru Sahib Ji, they really deliberated. They thought to themselves, so much success, right? I've got every happiness in the world. There's so much success around me, but I'm still in so much darkness. I feel blinded by darkness. And the truth is, Sangaji, that without the Guru, without having the Guru in our life, then it is just darkness, right? We're just blinded by this darkness. In Asa Ki Waar we read, Je sau chanda ugveh suraj chadhe hajar, ete chanan hondeya gurbin kor andar. That Je sau chanda, so if 100 moons were to rise and surround us, Je sau chanda ugveh suraj chadhe hajar, and 1,000 suns were to rise and they were to surround us as well, ete chanan hondeya, that even with this much chanan, even with this much light around us, Gur bin kor andar, that without the Guru, we're still in darkness. We're still blinded by this darkness. It doesn't matter how many moons are surrounding us. It doesn't matter how much light is around us, how much sunlight is around us. Without the Guru, our life is just darkness. And this, Sangaji, this is what Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, this is what they were feeling. They felt like they were in complete and utter darkness. So now, how did Guru Sahib Ji how did Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj go from having no Guru to then meeting the Sat Guru, right? The true Guru. How did they go from having no Guru to meeting Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj? So at this point, after the sadhu has left, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they're in complete bairag. They are so broken, they've been torn apart, and they're thinking to themselves, how can I find this true Guru? How can I find what I've been searching for, right? How can I meet with this true Guru? And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they're sitting on their manja, and they don't eat, they don't speak to anyone, and they're just sitting there broken, and days pass. And on the third night, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj haven't slept. They've not slept very much, and they're crying, and they're crying out to Akal Purkh WhyGuru, and they do an Ardaas. They do an Ardaas to Akal Purkh WhyGuru, and they beg and they plead out for WhyGuru Ji to help them find the Satguru, to help them, their milab, help them meet the Satguru, to truly find that Guru. And at this point, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they begin hearing the sound of churning yogurt, And it's coming from next door. It's coming from their brother's house, Baba Manik Chand ji. And as well as hearing this sound of the churning yogurt, they can hear singing. They can hear a female voice singing. And the singing is so beautiful, and they follow this voice. And as they listen to the Shabad, as they listen to the Gurbani being sung, the pain that Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj were feeling in their heart, it begins to go away. And Guru Sahib Ji, they go towards the voice and they realize that it's their nephew's wife, right? So the Bibi Amro Ji. Bibi Amro Ji being the daughter of Siddhi Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. And she is singing this Gurbani whilst she's churning that milk. And Bibi Amro Ji, as we said, were married to Bhai Jassu Ji, who were the son of Baba Manik Chand Ji. So Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj essentially were Bibi Amro Ji's Daya Ji. And the Shabad that Bibi Amro Ji are reciting were Paya Manur Kanchan Phir Hove Je Gur Mile Teneha. So here, this line strikes Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. They connect with this line, Paya Manur. That Manur, translation of this line, Manur is a useless piece of metal. And this useless piece of metal, you can't do anything with it. You can't use it for anything. It can't be purified. Nothing can be done with this useless piece of metal. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they resonate with this because they feel like that manur. They feel like that useless piece of metal. They feel a complete and utter waste, and they feel that they have not achieved anything. Then the Shabad goes on, Paya manur kanchan phir hove. Kanchan is gold. So in this Gurbani, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj is saying that manur, that useless piece of metal, kanchan phir hove, can be turned into gold. Right? And gold is so qimati, right? It's no longer useless. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj think, that's what I want. That I feel like this useless piece of metal, I feel like a complete waste, I feel like an impurity, but I want to feel like gold. And then Je gur mile teneha. And how can that useless piece of metal be turned into gold? Je gur mile teneha. Through meeting the Guru. Through meeting the true Guru, you can be changed, your life can be changed, and you can go from that metal and you can turn into gold. And Guru Amar Das Ji at this point, they'd realized that I need to meet whoever this Guru is. Whoever's written this Shabad, I need to meet them. So they turn to Bibi Amro Ji and they say, oh my daughter, I have been in pain all night, but these words that you have been singing, they have cured my pain. This Gurbani you've been reciting, it feels like the medicine to this disease that I'm feeling. And they ask, whose words are these? Please tell me, whose Gurbani is this? Whose Shabad is this? And Bibi Amro Ji explained that this is the Bani, this is the Gurbani of Siddhi Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. She explains that, she says, my father, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, they stayed with Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. And between those times, between staying with Guru Sahib Ji, they would come home. And when they would come home from Khadur Sahib, they would sing that Gurbani, they would recite that Gurbani to their children. So Bibi Amro Ji, they would make the children memorize that Gurbani. Because in that time, we didn't have the luxury of iPhones and iPads and iGurbani and Sikhi to the max, right? If you wanted to recite Gurbani, you needed to memorize it. And if you didn't memorize it, then you'd only be listening to the Gurbani. So Bibi Amro Ji explained that this is the Gurbani, this is the Bani of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, and it was passed on to me through my father, Siddhi Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. And just a point that I wanted to make, but Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj here, they say a really beautiful thing. They say that I went to Ganga all these years, I went to Hardwar all these years, and I did Ishnan there, I did pilgrimage there, but little did I know that the river of Siddhi Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj's Bani was flowing in my own home. It was flowing right under my nose. Now, many faiths, they often refer to a woman being like a thorn or a kanda in the path of getting to God, right? To getting to WhyGuru Ji. But have we thought, is this true in the house of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. We can't call Bibi Amro Ji a Kanda, right? Because through Bibi Amro Ji reciting that Gurbani, first memorizing that Gurbani, reciting that Gurbani, not only was she able to bring a Sikh to the Guru's door, but also she was able to turn Baba Ardaas Ji into the third Sikh Guru, Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, through reciting, through listening to Gurbani. So she's not a thorn, right? And it just shows the importance and the power of Gurbani, listening to Gurbani and reciting Gurbani. So after listening to the greatness of the Guru, after listening to the greatness of Gurbani, Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj say to Bibi Amro Ji, take me to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. I want to meet this Guru that has recited this Shabad. And Bibi Amro Ji explained that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, unfortunately, they're not here anymore. They're not here in their bodily form. But my father, Siddhi Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, sit in their throne, sit in their place, in a place called Khadur Sahib. And Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj say that, please take me there. And Bibi Amro Ji say, I can't take you there. I've just come from there. And my father said, do not return until I call for you. Do not return until I send a Hukamnama Sahib for you to return. And being relatives, being Goram, Baba Ardaas Ji, they said, don't worry, take me there, I'll take the gala, I'll take the telling off, you just take me there. And at this point, Bibi Amro Ji's mother-in-law, she comes into the room and she says, Buzurga di gal manini chaidiya, that they want to go and see your father, they want to go and see Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, that take them, listen to them. And she gave agya, she gave permission for Bibi Amro Ji to go to Khadur Sahib. So Bibi Amro Ji and Baba Ardaas Ji, they reach Khadur Sahib. And at this point, Bibi Amro Ji is quite scared. She thinks, my father said don't return until I call for you. But she goes inside and Baba Ardaas Ji, they stay outside, Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, they stay outside. She goes in, she matha takes to the Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. And Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, they say, oh, how come you've returned? How come you've come back so quickly? Is everything okay? Ki parvar theek hai? And Bibi Amro Ji explained that she's returned with her Taya Ji, with Baba Ardaas Ji. And Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, they were Jani Jan, they knew anyway, and they say, well, where are they? And Bibi Amro Ji say that they're sitting outside. And Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, they say, well, bring them in. Right? He's already been crying for 3 days. He's been suffering for 3 days. Bring him inside. I will speak to him. So Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, they get up from their asan and they go in, and Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj are walking in. And Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, they go to greet Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj as a relative, as a Goram. But Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, they're not there as a relative, they're not there as a Goram, they're there as a Sikh of the Guru. So when Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj go in and they go to embrace Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj in a hug, their arms are left empty because Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj fall to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj's charan. And they're crying in Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj's charan. And it said that they cried so much that they washed Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj's charan with their tears. And then from this point, Guru Ardaas Ji Maharaj, they stayed at Khadur Sahib. They didn't return back to Basarke. So now coming back to this slide, Guru Sahib Ji definitely, I would say, were the epitome of Ardaas. But also Guru Sahib Ji, I think, were the epitome of Seva. when they got to Khadur Sahib, when they were staying at Khadur Sahib, they began to settle in and see what everyone was doing. Everyone was doing different types of seva. They were trying to see what they needed to do to make the Guru happy. And they realized that it's through seva that they can make the Guru happy. So this is a very famous image that many of us will have seen of Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. And this is of them collecting water. They allocated themselves the seva at the old age of about 60, this was, to go and collect fresh water, not from the local well, but walk all the way to the river Beas and collect water from the river and bring that back for Guru Sahib Ji's morning Ishnan. And if we have a look at this, it's about, in miles, it's about 6.5 miles, right? From Khadur Sahib to walk to River Beas to collect that water. So if we were to put that in for us, it would be if we were to walk from here to Shepherd's Bush, for example. Walk there, collect the water and come back. And Guru Sahib Ji, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they would walk to the river and they would walk backwards so that they wouldn't put their back towards Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. They would collect water in the Gagar, and the Gagar you can just see here that they're holding on their shoulder, and they would walk back and they would make sure that Guru Sahib Ji have this water for their morning Ishnan. But from there, their seva didn't end. After they'd given Guru Sahib Ji that water, they would take Guru Sahib Ji's clothes and they would wash them. After washing Guru Sahib Ji's clothes, they would then go and sit in the Sangat and they would listen to Kirtan. After this, they would then go and collect wood. In those times, you would have to go and get the wood yourself so that you could start a fire for the langar. So they'd go and collect this wood for the langar. Then they would come back and then they would sit and have langar. They would have their first meal of the day. And Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, after having this first meal of the day, they would still continue, where they would then press and massage the body of the Gursikhs. Because at this point, everyone had finished their seva for the day. So them at the age of 60, right? Normally you would think someone at the age of 60 would say, like, Anani ji, or, pair kot de, latta kot de. But actually Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they would go and they would press and they would massage the Gursikhs that had been doing seva all day. Now, you might think, why am I sharing this with you? This idea of Guru Sahib Ji being the epitome of seva. Well, the point I wanted to make is often we will have this question come up in our mind, or we might think that, why hasn't my Ardaas been answered? Why hasn't what I've asked for been answered? Why have I not yet reaped the rewards? But Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, they served Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj for 12 years. For 12 years, they did that routine of collecting water from the river Beas, going back, washing Guru Sahib Ji's clothes, then listening to the Kirtan, collecting wood for the fire, having langar, and then serving the Sangat. Guru Sahib Ji did that for 12 years. And the question we need to ask ourselves, I need to ask myself, that have we served our Guru for 12 years? Have we done anything of that sort for 12 years? And we might think that, we've prayed, or I meditated today, I've done my Ardaas, but nothing's happened. Why have I not received anything? Why haven't I gotten anything? Why has my Ardaas not been answered? When will I reap those rewards? And just a final message to end on, and this analogy that we can take when we think of this question of why has my Ardaas not been answered, that if a child plants a seed to a beautiful flower in his garden, right, in his parents' garden, and the day goes on and he goes to check those seeds the same day, and the mother asks, what are you doing? Why are you checking the seeds? What are you doing? And the son says, I'm just checking the seeds. I want to see if they've sprouted. I want to see if those seeds have turned into that flower that I saw, that I wanted it to turn into. And the mother says that you planted those seeds this morning. Ke sabr rakh, have some patience, right? That plant will grow, Just give it 5, 10, 15 days. That seed that you've planted, it will grow into that flower, but sabr rak. That please be patient. And the father of that child says the same thing. That flower will grow, but you need to be patient. And now, we may think that we've prayed a little in the morning, that we've gone to see our Guru at the Gurdwara Sahib, we've bowed our head, we've done some seva, Pandya di seva, Jorya di seva, we've given seva for the langar, we've given seva or money for the Parchar, and we've done our Ardaas, but why have I not yet received a reward for that? That why has my Ardaas not been answered? कि इन्नी सेवा की पर कोई फल तो मिलया नहीं, कोई फल तो आया नहीं. So it's been 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, it's been a week, but still we've not received anything for that what we've done and that Ardaas that we've done. But that seed and any seed of good action, any seed of good action that we plant into this earth, it will always reap a reward. It will always be answered. That Ardaas will always be answered if we have patience. Je asi sabr rakhiye. And just a final thing to finish on, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj say, Patat pavan har bird sadaye, ek til nahi panne kala. That not even the tiniest amount, ek til nahi panne kala. A til, it's tiny. Not even the tiniest amount of seva, of service, is ever overlooked by WhyGuruji. It's always seen, it's always considered, and if we're patient, if we keep that sabr, then our Ardaas will always be answered, and what we've asked for will always be fulfilled. And as my brother, by Amandeep Singh said in the last session, that birthi kade na hove jan ki Ardaas, that any Ardaas that we do never goes birthi, it never goes to waste, and all we must do is be patient and wait for our Ardaasa to be answered. That brings us to the end of the talk. Thank you guys so much for listening, and please forgive me for all the mistakes that I've made during this talk. Just a final thing, we actually have a cause Gamai camp that we're organising. It's in Southampton this year, and it'd be great if everyone. Sorry, it's just for the Bibiya. So sorry. It's so to my sisters. It's a cause Gamai camp, it's in the title. Please, if anyone can make it, we would love to have you there. It's a weekend of just indulging in Guru Sahib Ji. So it's just Gamai, Bani Kant, Sukhmani Sahibs, Slok Mahalla Nava. It's all these different things, and it's just connecting with the Guru Sahib Ji. So please, if you can make it, some of us are staying in hotels, but there is accommodation at the Gurdwara Sahib. If you can make it, please do sign up. You can follow them, I think, on Instagram. And also, just a last point. On Wednesday, there's a program, this Wednesday, and it's again a BBR program, so to my sisters, not my brothers. If you can make it to that program, it's in remembrance of our Shaheed sisters. And it's really nice that it lands on Valentine's Day. So what better way to spend Valentine's Day than with our Guru, right? And connecting with our Guru. So that's everything from me. Thank you so much. Lekhe kadhe na chuti hai, kin pulanhar, baksanhar, baksle nanak bar utar, WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.
WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh. Thank you so much. That was a lovely talk. I'm not going to talk much. I'm going to pass it over to Bhai Arjan Singh to do some Kirtan. Now we'll go till about 8:30. So Benti Chola Sangat, please don't disappear, don't run off. Please stay for the Kirtan, and hopefully start with the Shabad, Palle Amardas Gun Tere. We start with that Shabad just to sing the greatness of Guru Amardas Ji. Just that last Sakhi that Simon Kaur spoke about when Guru Amardas Ji would go and do that seva every single morning, 2-3 o'clock in the morning, every single day going to get water. I remember last week, I was so ill, I was stuck in bed, I couldn't get out of bed, and I remember saying to Simran, I was saying that, imagine when Guru Amardas Ji must have got ill in those 12 years, when they were not feeling well, but still every single day for 12 years, they went and served Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj. And it's a beautiful line that basically shows that. in Guru Bani by Guru Ramdas Ji, when they say Chakhi Chagi Miho Varse Pi Gur Dekhan Jai, that means that even when there's a massive storm outside and there's so many obstacles, the Sikh will still go and see their Guru. And in that case, Guru Ardaas Ji lived by that. No matter what the storm was that came in front of them, she didn't share the story, but you can hear it if you just go online. When Guru Ardaas Ji was given their final test and there's a massive storm, they still went and served their Guru every single day as well. So thank you so much. Thank you to the Sangat. Benti hai, please stay for the Kirtan. We're finished by 8:30 and we'll all go downstairs with Guru Sahib Ji. Yeah, just please turn the lights off as well. WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.
ਕੰਨ ਹਰ ਬੂੰਦ ਬਸਵਰੋ ਮਾਵਲ ਕੰਨ ਹਰ ਬੂੰਦ ਕੰਨ ਹਰ ਬੂੰਦ ਬਸਵਰੋ ਮਾਵਲ ਕੋਸਮ ਬਸੰਤ ਗਨੰਤ ਨਾ ਆਵੈ ਕੋਸਮ ਬਸੰਤ ਰਵ ਸਸ ਕਿਰਨ ਉਦਰ ਸਾਗਰ ਕੋ ਰਵ ਸਸ ਕਿਰਨ ਗੰਗ ਤਰੰਗ ਅੰਤ ਕੋ ਪਾਵੈ ਗੰਗ ਤਰੰਗ ਰੁਦਰ ਧਿਆਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕੇ ਰੁਦਰ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੁਦਰ ਧਿਆਨ ਗਿਆਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕੇ ਕਬ ਜਨ ਭਲ ਉਨਹ ਜੋ ਗਾਵੈ ਕਬ ਜਨ ਭਲ ਉਨਹ ਜੋ ਗਾਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹਿ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹਿ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਏ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਭਲੇ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਗੁਣ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਲੇ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਗੁਣ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਉਪਮਾ ਤੋਹੇ ਬਨ ਆਵੈ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜਪੋ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ